Welcome to Chasing Curiosity. TV subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The West Philippine Sea is making headlines once again, and the world is watching closely. But this time, it's for all the wrong reasons, as tensions continue to escalate. Chinese Coast Guard vessels are ramming Philippine supply boats and firing water cannons, injuring sailors and causing significant damage to ships, incidents that are becoming all too common. These are not isolated incidents. They're part of a broader campaign to assert control over waters that, according to international law, rightfully belong to the Philippines. The goal is clear: intimidate Manila, push out its navy and fishermen, and ultimately rewrite the rules of the region to suit Beijing's interests. China is openly ignoring a 2016 international tribunal ruling that invalidated its sweeping claims, undermining the rule of law at sea. Daily standoffs near Second Thomas Shoal have become a global flashpoint, with each supply mission turning into a high-stakes test of will and endurance. The pressure is relentless, designed to wear down the Philippines' resolve and sap the morale of those on the front lines. The international community, especially the United States, is responding with more than just words. There's real action now, as alliances are strengthened and patrols increase. Harassment of Philippine vessels is seen as a direct challenge to freedom of navigation, a principle vital to global trade, economic stability, and international security. If a nation can be bullied out of its own waters, it sets a dangerous precedent for the entire region, threatening the sovereignty of neighboring countries. The risk of miscalculation is growing. One wrong move could spark open conflict, with consequences that could ripple far beyond these waters. This tense environment has forced Manila and Washington to urgently rethink their defense strategies and deepen their cooperation. The urgent need for deterrence has brought them back to a place of immense strategic importance. Subic Bay, once again at the heart of regional security, the quiet bay is about to become the center of a new storm, as the world braces for what comes next in this unfolding crisis. The U.S. Philippine alliance is one of Asia's oldest, stretching back over 70 years and rooted in shared history, values, and security interests. Today, this alliance has never been more vital, as both countries face new and evolving challenges in the region. With pressure mounting in the West Philippine Sea, both nations are ramping up military cooperation, conducting more frequent joint exercises and sharing intelligence to counter growing threats. At the heart of this renewed partnership is Subic Bay, a deep, protected harbor with unmatched access to the South China Sea, making it a strategic gem for both navies. Subic's location allows rapid response to flashpoints, making it a powerful deterrent and a launch pad for humanitarian missions or disaster relief. For decades, Subic was America's largest overseas naval base, a symbol of U.S. presence and commitment in Asia. After the U.S. left in 1992, it became a thriving free port, fueling local economic growth, but its military value never disappeared from strategic calculations. Now, the Philippines is leading the charge to bring military operations back, not to recreate the old base, but to build a modern, shared facility that meets today's security needs. This isn't nostalgia, it's a practical response to a real and growing threat in the region. The Philippines needs a secure base for its growing Navy and Air Force, a place to train, resupply, and coordinate operations. And the U.S. needs access to support its ally, ensuring a quick and effective response to any crisis that may arise. Subic Bay is the logical meeting point for both nations' interests, where strategy and cooperation intersect. The return to Subic is about creating a credible, flexible defense posture, ready to adapt to any situation. It's a symbol of a partnership adapting to new challenges, showing unity in the face of uncertainty. The focus is on Philippine needs first, with U.S. support enhancing regional stability and strengthening deterrence. Subic's revival is a clear message. The Philippines and its allies are ready to defend their waters and uphold international law. The bay's strategic value is being harnessed for a new era with modern technology and renewed commitment. Subic is once again at the center of regional security, a hub for cooperation and preparedness. The stakes have never been higher, and Subic Bay stands ready to meet the challenge. The Philippines isn't waiting for others, it's taking bold steps to build its own credible defense, determined to secure its sovereignty and future. At the heart of this effort is Subic Bay, now the cornerstone of a revitalized national defense strategy. A state-of-the-art Air Force base is rising here, purpose-built for advanced fighter jets and long-range patrol aircraft, putting these assets within striking distance of contested waters and vital sea lanes. The Navy is establishing a major operational hub, dramatically slashing response times to hotspots like Scarborough Shoal and ensuring rapid deployment capabilities. Subic's new naval base will feature expanded piers, modern maintenance yards, and high-tech command centers, enabling a persistent and flexible presence at sea. A new ammunition and logistics hub is also in the works, with American partners providing expertise to ensure a reliable, secure domestic supply of munitions and critical equipment. These projects mark a decisive shift from internal security operations to a robust focus on external territorial defense and maritime security. Subic is now the beating heart of a modern, multi-domain defense strategy, integrating air, land, and sea operations for maximum effectiveness. Manila is investing its own resources and political will, demonstrating a clear commitment to creating a shield against coercion and external threats. The developments at Subic are the most tangible evidence of this new focus, showcasing rapid progress and modernization. The goal is clear: a deterrent that's credible, sustainable, and proudly homegrown, built to last for generations. Subic is transforming from a symbol of the past into the foundation of the Philippines' future security, resilience, and independence. The message is unmistakable: the Philippines is ready, willing, and able to defend its maritime domain and national interests. Two small islands at Subic's mouth, Grande and Chiquita, are getting a new lease on life. Once part of the harbor's old defense network, they're now being transformed into modern military outposts. Grande Island will host advanced radar, sensors, and communications gear, becoming the eyes and ears of Subic. It will also serve as a base for naval special operations and coastal defense missiles. Chiquita Island will add extra sensors and relays, creating a resilient surveillance network. Together, they form a layered defense. No vessel enters Subic undetected. These islands are now critical components of the Philippines' 21st century shield. The transformation signals a sophisticated, cost-effective approach to securing Subic Bay. The U.S. is backing its treaty commitments with real investments. Through the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, Washington is funding upgrades at key Philippine military sites. Subic Bay is a top priority. EDCA allows the U.S. to build facilities, preposition equipment, and rotate forces at Philippine bases, all while respecting Philippine sovereignty. At Subic, projects include runway upgrades, new warehouses for disaster relief, and expanded fuel and maintenance facilities. These improvements support both military operations and humanitarian missions. The logistical backbone being built ensures both forces can sustain high-tempo operations. American investment is a visible deterrent, signaling that an attack on the Philippines would engage U.S. interests. The new infrastructure weaves the two militaries closer together. Subic is becoming the centerpiece of a shared defense posture. Subic Bay's revival marks a new model of military cooperation, a shared forward operating base, not a permanent U.S. installation. Facilities are owned by the Philippines, with the U.S. gaining access for rotational deployments and joint training. This arrangement boosts Philippine defense capabilities and provides the U.S. with strategic flexibility. Advanced American ships and aircraft will be a regular presence, offering invaluable training for Filipino forces. Day-to-day interaction builds interoperability, ensuring seamless cooperation in a crisis. For the U.S., Subic solves the tyranny of distance in the Pacific, allowing rapid response to regional crises. This model avoids the politics of permanent basing while maximizing strategic benefit. Subic's cooperation is a blueprint for future alliances across the Indo-Pacific. It's a flexible, resilient approach to collective defense. The partnership is stronger and smarter than ever. Subic Bay's past was defined by American naval power, but its future is being shaped by new realities. After the U.S. left in the early 1990s, Subic became a symbol of Philippine independence and economic success. For years, its military chapter seemed closed, with piers hosting cruise ships instead of carriers. But the rise of an assertive China has changed everything. The Philippines can no longer focus solely on commerce while its maritime territory is threatened. Subic's revival isn't about turning back the clock. It's about adapting to a new security landscape. The Philippines is leading the effort, integrating defense into the thriving Freeport. This hybrid model leverages Subic's strategic location for both national defense and economic vitality. The bay's legacy is being harnessed to secure a peaceful, prosperous future. Subic is no longer a ghost of the past, it's a linchpin for the region's security. The stakes are real, and the transformation is underway. Subic's new infrastructure is just the start. The real strength comes from joint training and shared logistics. The Bay will be the main staging ground for large-scale exercises like Balikatan, building true interoperability. Regular drills ensure American and Filipino forces can operate as a single team in a crisis. Shared maintenance depots and logistics hubs will keep both navies and air forces mission-ready. U.S. ships can now repair and resupply at Subic, boosting operational readiness. A seamless logistics network will support collective defense and rapid response. Subic is where the alliance becomes a practical, powerful reality. Subic Bay's revival is reshaping the Indo-Pacific. For the Philippines, it's a bold step toward credible external defense and a message that it won't be intimidated. For the U.S., Subic is a cornerstone of its regional strategy, enabling rapid, reliable support for allies. The alliance reassures other nations and strengthens a network of security partnerships. Subic could become a hub for multilateral cooperation, raising the cost of aggression for any adversary. The goal isn't to provoke conflict, but to prevent it, by making the price of aggression unacceptably high. Subic's new role is a crucial investment in peace and stability. The future of the Indo-Pacific depends on strong, resilient partnerships, and Subic is leading the way.